What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Hada, back with another Eagle Unleashed podcast. Look, man, I told y'all to make sure y'all like, subscribe, because you never know when we going to pop up with a live. Pause. Look, man, I got my dog, Dogger, here with me today. We just wanted to come through with a real quick stream, you know what I'm saying, and just give y'all the update because finally we got some movement from the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And we real pumped up about that. We happy about that. And look, we want to tell y'all how we feel. So how you feeling, Dogger?
Hey, bro. I'm okay, bro. I'm okay. I'm not gonna lie. I like the moves that we made today. You know, even though only the two moves that we made, I like it. You know, what we did it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go, man. We got a new running back. So everybody should already know that Gainwell, Kenneth Gainwell went to Pittsburgh. He went to Pittsburgh, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, I believe it was Pittsburgh. Yeah.
He went to Pittsburgh. Yeah, he went to Pittsburgh. So now everybody was like, okay, well, who's going to be running back number 2? Will it be Will Shipley? You know what I'm saying? Or will it be somebody else? But now we finally figuring out how we went ahead and he signed A.J. Dillon per sources. I don't know what the contract is looking like right now, but Dillon is 26 years old. You know, he has a total of 2,428 yards and 18 total touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He just bring a different physicality to that second string running back room, in my opinion, because, you know, KG was kind of like he was kind of physical, but A.J. Dillon is a different monster, you know, when it comes to being physical. You know what I'm saying? So you put A.J. Dillon behind Saquon Barkley, you know what I'm saying, and also with Will Shipley, man, I think that's a really dominant running back room. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, Dogger?
Yeah, I feel, that is true, man. That is true. However, okay, we got to remember too, man, that he is coming back from, I don't know if he tore his Achilles or he tore his knee, one of those things, you know. But most likely he's gonna be healthy by the beginning of the season and stuff like that. But before he tore his Achilles or whatever it was that he tore, he was a baller, man. Pause. He's a really good running back, you know. And he's a powerful running back as well, man. You know, on the short yards and all that. Whenever we need like a 3rd and 1, a 3rd and 2 or so, look, A.J. Dillon can get those yards for us, you know, especially behind that offensive line that we have right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I feel the same way, bro. Like, this is a different dynamic, you know, to the running back room. We already known as a physical football team, right, on defense. Also from an offensive standpoint as well. Now we bring in a different type of physicality to the running back room. Like you said, man, it's going to be hard. It's hard to stop the Philadelphia Eagles from getting 1 yard because we got the tush push, right? Now we got A.J. Dillon, which could be a different aspect, because a different spinoff, you know, to getting 1 or 2 or 3 yards. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. I get it. I understand. He is somebody who I wanted last season, or I think it was well, I guess like I say 2 seasons ago when we had Swift. Yeah, when we had Swift, I was like, man, I would love to have A.J. Dillon and DeAndre Swift, you know, but then it didn't work out that way. But now it's a different dynamic when you put him with Saquon Barkley. That's like a 1-2 punch that'll knock you off your shoes, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work.
It is, bro. It is.
What up,
and just like, what up, bro? And just like you said, man, that's gonna be the 1-2 punch that, like, bro, nobody's gonna want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna be able to stop it. Tell you the truth, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's gonna even open up even more for AJ Brown and Smitty as well, because even as a number 2, because let's be honest, whenever Gainwell came in last year, like whenever he came in, most likely he was gonna be doing some of the blocking as well. You know, and they didn't really give him the ball much. But I think with AJ Dillon on the back, you know, and he's a great blocker as well, but he can run as well, you know.
Absolutely. And then you just brought up a great point, right? I like the way Saquon Barkley pass protect. You know, that was something, you know, that kind of, you know, that we kind of struggled with before Saquon got here, because DeAndre Swift wasn't a real good pass blocker. Kenny Gainwell is probably a better pass blocker than Swift, but he's still not that good in my opinion as well. So now we get to see where A.J. Dillon stands at on that standpoint. Will he be a good pass blocker? You know what I'm saying? Will Jalen be able to hold the ball another 1 to 2 seconds, which means the world to a quarterback, when he can have just maybe another click or so inside the pocket. So that's something else we got to look at as well, man. I think it's a great pick. Howie is about to change the game this season. This is just one of the dominoes that's going to fall. I know everybody worried about, Howie Roseman, you know what I'm saying, and the things that the people that he didn't bring back. But like me and Daga was talking about earlier, man, it's a lot that you got to take into consideration, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with players that got high cap hits or high, salaries in the future. You know what I'm saying? So because you already know Howie is prepping up. He's prepping up to sign these young players, these young bulldogs, you know what I'm saying, like Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying, like Nolan Smith. So it makes all the sense in the world to me. I know it sucks, but it's making all the sense in the world to me. And right now tells me that the Philadelphia Eagles are about to start making a bunch of moves that's going to definitely help this team get back to the Super Bowl. So, we talked about AJ Dillon. We both think that's going to be a good turnout for him. But also the Philadelphia Eagles went ahead and brought back linebacker Ben Van Sumeren. You know what I'm saying? Ben Van Sumeren, I think he got hurt this season. He was like a Swiss Army knife for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he played special teams. We also put him at the fullback position. You know what I'm saying? So this is another underrated player, who's ready to make the next step. You know what I'm saying? Then think about it. If we put him at fullback, we can also put him in this Vic Fangio defense if we wanted to. He can probably help out there as well. So how you feeling about that signing, Daga?
Hey, look, man. Last year, right before he tore I think he tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Right before he tore his ACL, man, and he was, whenever he came in the fullback, he was playing really, really good at the fullback. You know what I'm saying? He came in and he stepped up. Even though I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did play running back in or fullback back in high school, as well. But he hadn't played in so long, and him coming in as a linebacker, and he did decent whenever he came in on the games as well, but whenever he was at fullback, he helped this offense, take it to the next level, take it to the next gear as well, for Barkley, for Hurts, and he actually was a pretty good blocker as well, man.
Yeah,
what's going
absolutely.
on?
What's up, Quest? What's up, my dog? I got the Jalen Hurts. I see you done changed the joint. I got the Jalen Hurts pup. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that. But yeah, man, I agree, dog. This dude, you could do a lot of different things with Ben Van Sumeren. And like we discussed this when I said that Howie was looking for some of these underrated guys, who he don't have to give a bunch of money to right now. He can give them a 1-year deal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And these guys can come in and play a huge role. And that's what happened with Zach Bond. He wasn't paying Zach Bond that much. He came in and had a huge role, and now he's getting paid. Mm-hmm. So this is another underrated move. Another underrated move from Howie Roseman. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, though, Harder.
Yeah.
Because how do you feel? Because look, man, I kind of feel a little bit of a certain type of way, bro. Because look, we let go of CJ Gardner-Johnson. But how do you feel about the news that came out that the Eagles actually trying to look to pay over $20 million for the guy that went to the Saints, the safety,
they used to play for the
Chiefs, Justin Reed, yeah.
How do you feel about that? I mean, shoot. I mean, Howie Roseman is one of the ones, so I know he was going to be in that sweepstakes. I mean, Justin Reed is a really good player. I'm not going to lie. Dominant safety, definitely one of them ones. I wasn't expecting him to end up paying him what he got actually paid. I think it was like $26 million or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, but I wasn't expecting him to pay 26. I actually wasn't expecting him to pay 20 as well. But hey, it is what it is. But I think he's worth it. I think he's a great player. But the Saints got him one with him. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep, you're right.
You think it was bullshit, Quez? You talking about the Justin Reed stuff?
Yeah, I think he's talking about us letting go of CJ Gardner Johnson and then trying to go and pay another safety over 20 mil, which CJ Gardner Johnson wasn't even close to that. I think he was like 12,
Nah,
13 mil,
like
13 or
12,
14 mil. Yeah,
like 12.
so
Yeah. But the thing is, it's something, I don't know. Look, man, we love CJ Gardner Johnson over here. I'm not
fact.
going to ever crap on him because we love him. We already knew what it was when he was coming back. We knew that already. You know what I mean? But it's something about him where a team will not stick around with him for more than one season. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they paying him too much up front in his contract or his contract is backloaded. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I would have loved for CJ Gardner Johnson to be on the roster, you know, but I understand it. I get it. I'm trusting Howie on this one. I'm trusting him. See, Quezzy said it right there. He said, I think they were just sick of CJ. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know exactly what it was, but it's some validity to that because nobody want to keep him on his roster for more than a year.
You got to be in something more, bro. You got to be in something like within like probably the team, him and the teammates that besides not just on the him and Flay kind of you know, the thing that happened, but you gotta have been something else as well, you know, like because to let a player of that caliber to walk or to trade him, you know, on with like where his cap, I mean, his cap it wasn't even that much right now either this year going up.
Not this
you
year,
know?
no.
Yeah, maybe next year, then I would understand because he said, remember, he signed a 3-year contract, okay, which most likely if they backloaded, they would have probably backloaded for the 3rd year, you know, not the 2nd year because this is gonna be his 2nd year, you know.
Yeah.
But it gotta have been something more than, you know, that of course we're not gonna know anytime soon.
Right. That's true. It's something. I just don't get it. Like Quez said, he do got a lot of growing to do. We get that, right? But at the same time, you just can't replace what he does on the field. You know, and people don't realize how smart CJ Gardner Johnson is. You know, his football knowledge is outstanding. You know what I'm saying? The way his leadership from a field standpoint is different than maybe how he conduct his business outside of the field, right? It's hard. I don't know how you separate them two, but on the field, he's a great leader. You know what I'm saying? He always got these guys rallying behind him. He always know where to be on the field. I mean, even though a lot of people said that a lot of times early on in the season, when his secondary was getting beat, it wasn't on Quignon's side. It wasn't extremely on Slay's side, but it was on CJ Gardner Johnson's side. I have heard that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, at the biggest moment, at the biggest stage, you know what I'm saying, when we needed it, CJ Gardner Johnson stood up and took care of business. You know what I'm saying? So
fact. But look, we gotta think like that too, bro, because especially on the beginning of the season, he gave up a lot of plays. I'm not gonna lie, he did give up a lot of plays, but so did, especially like the first 2-3 games, bro. So did Slay. Slay gave up a lot of plays as well, especially if you remember correctly on that Falcons game. Who gave up the last touchdown was actually Slay. You know, for Drake London.
That was
but the thing is, Vic Fangio was new. That was his first year, so they were still trying to learn, you know, Vic Fangio's scheme. And once they got that shit intact, that was game over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it had to be. It's some newness. It was some newness. You know what I'm saying? Even though we've been running this scheme with Fangio just being here, it was definitely some newness to this defense to start the season. I mean, we all seen that, right? We had to get some stuff together, and I get it, right? But now I don't see that happening moving forward. I think Vic Fangio got a handle on everything that need to go down regarding the defense moving forward. But at the same time, man, I just don't know what to say about CJ. I just don't know how to really break it down until they come out and tell us exactly the reason why they felt like they need to move on. You know, because everything is really speculation when it comes to money. All that stuff is really kind of just speculation. The league then, I mean, Howie and the Eagles then come on and say, well, we got rid of CJ because it was a money situation. I mean, we don't know. We got to wait for it to come out. And I just don't know how to really process. I didn't know how to process it when I heard it. I'm like, what the F is going on? You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, okay, I understand. I get it now. It's over. What are we going to do to change the narrative? Are we going to draft this guy from Georgia, Malachi Starks? I mean, that's the name that's popping up right now. Is it going to be Malachi Starks? Is it? I've been hearing this dude Hollins. I've been hearing his name a lot. So
Javon Holland.
What is Javon Hollins? Yeah. So
I think he already signed with someone.
Did he? He signed with somebody already?
Yeah, I think he already. I forgot who he signed with, but I saw that he signed with someone already. I don't know if it was the Dolphins or who it was, but I think he already signed with someone.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
This free agency has been like they've been just grabbing. They ain't been playing around with this talent. They've been getting them out of free agency, bro. Quasi said, bro, I'm not mad about Sweat or Milton leaving. I'm just sick that we don't resign Rodgers or Burks. Yeah, I agree. That's a great point. Because Burks was definitely high up on my list to come back. And while I was making a video, they Burks got signed. Kind of pissed me off, but it is what it is. Also, man, Rodgers. What did you say?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good?
No, I was just gonna say, like, to me, that is what is telling me now signing Burks is that they believe on Trotter, you know, and on special teams. Let's be honest, at least on special teams, Trotter every time on like he's tackled amazing on like he did what he was supposed to do on the special teams. Okay, now of course special teams and playing linebacker is completely different, you know. Yeah. But this is gonna be his second year. He's playing under Bond. He played under Bond. He learned from Nakobe Dean as well. And now Bond is still being there. I think Bond can guide him to the right direction, you know, to take the next step on his second year, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I'm 100% right. I'm ready to give Trotter not the keys, but at least an opportunity to compete, right?
Yep.
And you know, if he can outplay whoever else, I mean, because I'm not sure when Nakobe Dean come back. When does Nakobe Dean come back?
I don't know, bro. I think he should be ready too by the beginning of the season, but I don't know exactly. They haven't said anything yet.
Right. So I mean, Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond is a really good recipe at linebacker, right? So I'm comfortable there. I still think we probably should maybe draft somebody, but not somebody who, you know, is going to be like a first pick or a second pick, you know, somebody who we can work with, we can work on. But I'm cool with Zach Bond. I'm cool with Nakobe Dean. I'm cool with Trotter as well. I can't wait to see what he can do. I'm ready to see him compete more and get more opportunities out there.
That is a fact.
Quez said the Vikings defense will be legit next season. They grab everybody. Yeah, I mean, it was tough this season and shit the bed. Shit the bed in the playoffs. So I've been having conversations with people. I've been having conversations with people telling me on the video that we just did with 500, because when 500 said that he thought Jalen Hurts was a top 3 quarterback. And, you know, we all agree with that, but people just really don't agree with that. They really have a problem with us saying that Jalen Hurts is top 3. They're saying that Jalen Hurts not even top 10. I'm like, what? What are we talking about?
They crazy, bro.
Like that really blows me. Pause. That y'all feel like Jalen is not top 10. Like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm the same. There's no way you cannot put him the top 5, bro. There's no way you cannot put him in the top 5. You know, completion percentage. Now, yeah, he doesn't have the yards, but he didn't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because our team was already winning, we were beating everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Barkley with over 2,000 yards, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know what else that guy got to do, you know, to prove, you know, he probably going to have to throw for like 5,000. I think even, look, if he throws for 5,000 yards, I think people still going to say something about him, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They don't like him. And when I say, well, why don't you like Jalen Hurts? Oh, I like him. No, come on, man. This is what it is. If this other team, if Joe Burrow would have had this team, or if Josh Allen or all these guys would have had this team, they would have won. I'm like, bro, Lamar and them has a stacked roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys already have a really good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just can't get over the hump. Quest said because they are followers and mostly the Gen Z generation that be saying that BS. It's the same way when it comes to Kobe. They lie and say he's not top 3 all time, and they crazy if they believe that.
Yep.
Kobe is definitely one of them ones. Definitely.
Facts.
Yeah, but I just don't get it, Quez. I really don't get it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna stand there and fight tooth and nail because that's how I feel. I believe that, so I'll fight tooth and nail with these dudes about Jalen Hurts. I don't care.
Hell yeah, bro. Especially he just brought in our second Lombardi, bro. No matter what nobody says, he just brought in our second Lombardi, and he's probably gonna bring at least between 1 and 3 more, bro. 1 and 3 more. Guarantee 1 more he's gonna bring, bro. While he's Eagle quarterback, guarantee. And I said, like I said this before already, man. He's gonna get us 3 Super Bowls. Okay, by the time it's all said and done, minimum 3 Super Bowls, bro.
I love that. I want even more. I want more. and I think he can do it. I think he can do it, man. I think Jalen can do it, especially, and the reason why is because what we discussed earlier, like how much cap space do we have the next 2 years?
I don't know the next 2 years, but I know next year, from what I saw, it was over 100 mil in cap space.
Wow.
Because we just extended Barkley, so they probably backloaded the shit out of that. Okay.
Yeah.
On I don't know how much Jalen Hurts is next year. But I assume that the cap is gonna go up as well. We're gonna have I think like 111 mil, something like that next year. Oh, 2026.
Right. That's crazy. I mean, how we with that much capital, that much room to bring in talent. And also, what we were talking about earlier, where Howie's about to get 3 compensatory picks for Isaiah Rodgers, for Milton Williams, and also for Slay, right? I think it's for Slay as well.
I think so,
that he might be getting these 3 compensatory picks. But not just that, Howie Roseman is going to have upward to like 20 picks in the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? These aren't like bullshit picks, like late picks. These are some really good picks.
Yeah, 3rd round picks, 4th round picks.
Yeah. Howie about to set the NFL on fire. And what he's doing, he's going to make the team that much younger, where we already one of the youngest rosters in the league, especially with the subtraction of Darius Slay. You know what I'm saying? We have went to probably one of the youngest rosters. You know what I mean? So Howie's going to continue doing that by bringing in young talent, right? The homegrown talent, and he's going to continue to bring these guys up. And look at what we did with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell and Jalix Hunt. You know what I'm saying? So the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. So
you know what I realized, bro? I just realized this right now. We have only 1 player signed in the defense, which is Zach Bond. Everybody else, nobody is all rookies, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The proof is in the pudding. He's letting everybody. He not telling you exactly what he's doing, but if you analyze it, right, you can see what he's doing. He's definitely bringing the age down. He's making us so much younger than everybody else in the league, and that is a really good plan right now. You know what I'm saying? With how the NFL is evolving. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have a bunch of old ass players, you know what I'm saying, trying to chase the other quarterback at the highest level like we did when we lost the Super Bowl the first time. You could tell the difference before we had those old ass players, and a lot of them were really good. I got a lot of respect for a lot of them, but when you bring that age down, right, on the pass rushing side, look at the difference in the Super Bowl that we just witnessed. We was all over Patrick Mahomes' ass. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He had no time to do nothing back there. And that's because Howie Roseman had already started the process of making this team younger. You know what I mean? That's fire. That's gas, bro. That's gas.
That's fact.
So how do you feel about this new player that we got, this new guard that we got from Houston? It's not a lot of tape on this guy. It's not, a lot to say about this guy. How do you feel?
Tell the truth, bro, I don't know anything about him. All I know is that he was a first rounder on 2022. but
Mhm.
apparently he was like on one of the worst guards in the league last year on with the Texans. So now in in Stoutland University, I trust. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
And if
Yeah.
anybody can fix him, it's gonna be on Stoutland University. Because let me tell you something. They said the same thing about Makai Becton, and look at what he did this year for us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So if it's anything, if anybody can fix him, it's gonna be Stoutland University, man.
Well, look at Quest say ass. That's how I feel. look, Quest, and I
Oh
kind of
man.
agree with you, bro. Like, cause I'm like you, dog. I don't really know what this dude is bringing to the table. And like you said, only thing I can bank off is Jeff Stoutland, right?
Yep.
But saying that, it's some news that came out today, right? From Scheffner. He said that the Philadelphia Eagles most likely, he kind of slipped it out, pause, that we're going to be moving on from Mekhi Becton. So
Yep.
he was basically saying that we're going to get another compensatory pick, I'm sure, with the subtraction of Mekhi Becton or something
Makai
like that, if
Becton.
somebody pick him up.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a big
that's
loss
wild.
too, bro. But
That's wild.
I kind of assume that we're gonna move on from a guy Paxton once we got this guy. I kind of assume that because now we're gonna have Tyler Steen that can play that role, and this guy too, from the Texans. So I already kind of knew that we're not gonna bring Makai Becton.
Bro, I was like 80% sure before that Shefty news. That kind of like really brought my whole momentum down. I'm like, dang, bro,
Yep.
how you just shit on my whole, you know what I'm saying? Everything I thought. Like you just shitted on all of it. So now I don't,
Yep.
like you said, I don't think Makai's coming back, bro. And that's kind of tough because now we changing up the dynamics of the offensive line, right? And I mean, do I think that we're not gonna be able to get back to where we need to be? Of course, I think we will, but Mekhi Becton was a huge part of that. And I like Tyler Steen, bro, like I said, but I'm just not 100% sold on him being an every down guard or whatever, right? I mean, I've seen him make some spectacular plays, some fantastic pulls. Like I've seen it, I've studied it, but I just don't know if he's the same monster as Mekhi Becton. And I don't know about this other dude either. So that's
But you
definitely
gotta remember, bro, he's
concern
gonna
for
be
me.
right beside Lane Johnson too. You know what I'm saying? Lane Johnson and Cam Jurgens, which Cam Jurgens
Yeah.
stepped in for Kelsey like there was not a miss beat. You know what I'm saying? And that's not putting on Kelsey down. It's just Jurgens was handpicked by Kelsey for a reason.
Absolutely.
Jurgens followed the same footstep that Kelsey did. You know what I'm saying? He watched Kelsey from up close the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much
Yeah.
picked up right where Kelsey left off, man. So I think we'll be okay even if it's just Tyler Sting or even if it's this the guy from the Texans. I think it will be okay on the guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I'm not going to, I'm not going to say you wrong because I'm hoping for the best for the Philadelphia Eagles, but I just knew that bringing Mekhi Becton back was going to be major.
What I'm
like I
worried,
said, man,
about something else on the offense though, bro.
the tight end.
Nah, not even that.
What's that?
I'm worried about what I'm really worried about is us signing the offensive coordinators and Nick taking over again. That's what I'm really worried. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, we already know what it looked like, what play calling and the offensive scheme looked like under Nick Sirianni, and it ain't good. I don't think.
And it wasn't just 1 year; it was 2 years.
It was
2021
2
and
years.
2023.
But when he was calling the calls and this fan base was on his ass. Pause. We was calling for the dismissal of his job. So I don't think that it would be smart for him to take the play calling back over. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's smart because
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like Quez just said, he got to let the OC do his job. You have to. I mean, because that guy has been in all the meetings with Kellen and all that stuff. So it's going to bring back some type of normalcy, to the offense, to Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? And with Jalen Hurts, I feel like we can overcome anything, right?
Yep.
But like you said, the OC got to do his job. If it's on Nick Sirianni, that's going to be a problem. that's gonna be a problem. But I don't think he's gonna let him do it. I don't think he got to take a step back again because he's so good at getting these guys ready to play. He's so good at, being a good leader of men. So why would you take that dynamic away when you should just be focused on that? Because I think that was a huge part of this Lombardi run. You know what I'm saying? How good Nick Sirianni coached after, those 2 stumbles and stuff that we had early on in the season. Like, he really turned it around. Like, when he went from hair with Nick Sirianni with hair to Nick Sirianni with the baldy, you know what I'm saying? It was a different monster out there. So we need that same dynamic back. And just like we've been talking about since, the whole offseason, let's try not to change what's not broken. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's roll with it. So I think
and Dooms, I'm not saying I don't believe on Kevin Patullo either, bro. Because like I want him, he's the one that gotta be calling the plays. That's all we gotta say. He's the one that you gotta let him do his job. If he's doing his job, I think it will be fine too. I think on this the offense will definitely improve if it is him calling the plays.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, and just like Doomsday just said, I think Kevin Patullo will be fine and the offense will improve. I kind of feel the same way. But to your concern, Dogger, because that's legitimate. It's a legitimate concern. If we go back that route, I feel like it's going to be a problem. I really do.
Look, and the thing, like, and I heard Shady say this too, okay? He said, oh, everybody was on, it was like on Nick Sirianni and this and that in 2023. But it wasn't our offense that let us down. It was our defense, because like I guess we were like a top 10 offense and all that. But like to us Eagles fan, I'm not saying Shady's not Eagles fan or anything like that, even though he flips and flops every now and then as well, But like to us, man, like look, I'm not saying like the X and O's on I know everything or I even know anything about it, However, I know when the team is not playing good, bro. And whenever every freaking play calling is everything downfield, vertical, like 85-90% of the plays, there gotta be something wrong with that. You don't need to be a genius to know that.
Right.
And that's what he was. Because of the offensive weapons that we have, AJ Brown, Swift, on Goddard,
Smitty.
and Smitty, and Jalen Hurts. Right. It hit a lot of the deficiency that we had on the offense, bro. Yeah.
But just saying that, right? Because we know that the offense was kind of stale at times, but the offense didn't look super explosive under Kellen Moore at times as well. So we got to call it how we see it. So I'm expecting an improvement, right? A step forward, a step up from what I seen from last year's offense early on in the season, and then the year before that. Kevin, he got some really big shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that explosive offense back. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got Saquon Barkley. He's going to be our lifeline. He's going to be the guy who we can go to, when we need that big play. He's going to always have that big play somewhere during the course of the game. But I need that passing offense firing on all cylinders, right? I need Smitty back to 1,000 yards. I need AJ Brown back to 1,400 yards a season. That's the offense I need. That's the air game I need back, because I know for one thing. What's up?
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You good.
Now, what I was gonna say, bro, I really don't give a damn if we win another Super Bowl the same way we just won, like the same offense that we had. I don't give a damn if AJ had 1,400 yards, 900 yards, 500 yards, bro. What matters is what we got. That's why the Lombardi doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we get another Lombardi and we are winning games, I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, what really counted, when you really counted, which was the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, everybody ball out, including the passing game was on fucking point. Pause.
Yeah, it was absolutely. That's a fact. No, you're right. You're right. The passing game was what came on pause when we needed it to, right? I mean, that's definitely a credit to Jalen Hurts and how he played the game, how he don't care, you know what I'm saying, about like all of the numbers and all like that. Only thing he care about is the win column versus the loss column versus what it looked like. But I mean, versus going 4-0 when you hit the playoffs. That's what he care about, and that's cool. That's cool. But Quest said, nah, Hurts gotta get his. Ain't no more being humble. It's time for him to shut the haters up.
Now I think, yeah, yo, Quest, I think, look, just like he says, bro, championships matter most than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. If he gets another 2 to 3 championship, okay, or let's say we just keep the same team that we have right now, and we go and win another Super Bowl, what is the haters gonna say? Even if we have a number 1 defense, everybody's pretty much like on a rookie contract, so we can't say that we have a stacked defense because we really don't. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Nobody's gonna be able to say anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I love that because it's all about winning. You know what I mean? It's all about putting another Lombardi in the locker, like I always say, and some more jewelry on your hands. That's what it's about. Quest said they're gonna say it's the team. They're gonna always say it's the team. They're gonna always say it's the team. But we lost a lot of firepower this year, so you really can't run with that same narrative next season. I mean, the team is still stacked, still good, but the narrative is gonna have to change moving forward because a lot of that talent is on other teams right now, and that just come with winning. That just come with being the Super Bowl champion. When you win football like we just won football, every GM, every owner is going to want to pick from that team to bring that firepower to their team. So I understand that as well. They can't really they can't use a stacked excuse right now. You can't use that for Jalen Hurts because a lot of teams in the NFL have a lot of talent on their roster. You know what I mean? And then they got beat by Patrick Mahomes where he didn't have a bunch of talent on his roster. You know what I mean? So, but we're gonna see, true. Man. I'm good, bro. I'm happy about this. I don't want to hold you too long today. This is gonna be a quick one. You know what I mean?
Bad, bro.
So we just want to let everybody know how we felt about the 2 signings. Finally, we got a new running back, and we got some news on some new people, and on Ben Van Sumeren coming in. So look, man, I'm happy, but I don't want to hold everybody. Go ahead.
One more thing because I want to know your opinion on this, because apparently I don't know what kind of podcast it was, but Justin Simmons went on a podcast and he said that he would love to come to the Eagles and to reunite with Vic Fangio. You know, I just wanted to get your take on that, bro. How do you feel if we do get Justin Simmons?
I mean, from a standpoint of, does it work? Will it work? I mean, probably, but I'm not extremely high on it. Like, I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, I want him. Like, that's the guy. I would have rather had CJ Gardner-Johnson than him, to be honest. But does it work from a plug and play standpoint? Like, okay, he knows Vic Fangio, right? He played for Vic Fangio. He played for our defensive back coach, Parker, right? So it is some familiarity there. He does know. It's just plug and play. You put him in there and you let him go. You know what I mean? He knows the system. But, I mean, I think he did pick us off in the Falcons game last year too. I think
so, yeah.
Correctly.
I think he did.
I think so. So, I mean, he is – how old is he? What, 30?
Yeah, something like 30, 31, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so we trying to get younger, right? So I don't know if that's the answer. At the safety position, I don't know what it is right now. If it's going to be Sidney Brown or who it's going to be, but I rather, if anything, than get him, I'd rather just keep Sidney Brown.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get your take on that. I mean, I don't mind if we get him. If we do, if you don't, to me it would be the same thing. On just like Quasi said, I would have definitely rather have kept CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like it is what it is. If we get him, great. If we don't get him, it is what it is. I don't have no feelings about it. It is what it is. Right? Just like your face right now, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So a question though, how do you feel about Sidney Brown taking the keys at the safety position with Reed Blankenship?
Look, bro. I don't know, bro. And the reason why, and, and it's not because of Sidney Brown, bro. Because that's a lot of young players, Even though Reed Blankenship is not a young player, on, but he's not like he's smart, but he's kind of slow, like. And then we have Sidney Brown, you have Cooper DeJean, you have Quinyon Mitchell, even though they're dogs, but still young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna put
Mhm.
Killing Ringo as well, bro. So you're gonna have two unexperienced player playing next to each other, pretty much. Because
Yeah.
they're gonna have to communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
look, all I gotta say is that if it is gonna be Quinyon Mitchell one side, Kelly Ringo, Cooper DeJean, and then Sidney Brown and Reed Blankenship, I think Vic Vengeance is gonna have a challenge. Him and the
Yeah.
DB coach,
Yeah.
And if
Mhm.
they come on top of that,
Oh,
if we're still a
yep.
top 10, top 5 defense, bro.
Coaching matters.
Yep.
You just got to say coaching matters there. But
Yep.
like Quez just said, Sidney is good, but I don't know if Sidney's ready mentally to take on that responsibility yet. You know what I mean? Because he is an extreme crash out. They call him Crash Bandicoot almost. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that put the team, the defense in bad situations. You know what I mean? Especially when you say if it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and then he commit a penalty, a crash out penalty, and it moved the chains. Like we just don't need that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting him to, at least grow a little bit this offseason and learn, what he's supposed to be and how he's supposed to act when you're on the field, because there's nothing more important than the next play. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing more important than the goal at hand, and that's to get a Lombardi. So everything else really don't matter, because you're gonna fight for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and it's over with. But now you don't put your team behind the chains or ahead of the chains or whatever you want to say. So I just need him to be ready for that role. And if he can come in with a positive attitude and know he's not gonna hurt the team, I'm willing to let him compete.
Facts.
He said he's better than Ringo.
I think so too. I'm not disputing with that, because I think he's better than Ringo for sure.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is just like having two, even though they're not rookies or anything like that, but unexperienced really as a starter. Playing and communicating with each other and all of that, because they're gonna have to communicate with, the safeties with the cornerbacks and all that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like a dance, man. Everybody got to know where they need to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Just in your mind, like telekinesis almost. I know you got to communicate through voice and and everything like that, but you just got to know where you got to be on the field. And are those guys ready for that? That's the question. I don't know. But I don't know who we go out and get corner-wise or safety-wise right now, to be honest.
I don't think there's nobody left, bro. The thing.
Nah. Ain't nobody left. So we're gonna have to go with Sidney Brown and Khalid Ringo. And probably draft some guys as well. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hey, man, we got 31, 32 people in the chat right now. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm glad y'all here. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all comment. Look, make sure y'all comment on Dogger page as well, on the DCSP as well. Make sure y'all, everybody on the Eagles Unleashed podcast, those are my bros. Those are my dogs. And look, man, we here for y'all. And look, man, I'm going to jump on out of here, bro. You got anything to say before we get up out of here today?
Nah, man. Just every time talk to Eagles fan, it's what's up, champ. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
It's what's up, champ, into next year. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely. And talk is tough. Talk your stuff. Don't let nobody take your joy away, because Howie Roseman got us. Howie Roseman got us. Don't worry. We just picked up A.J. Dillon, right? We just brought back Ben Van Sumeren. You know what I mean? So we're going to be all right. Howie got us. We're in good hands, man. I trust Howie. He said trust him, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand behind him, man. Pause. But until next time, Out.
All right, out.
I don't want to be. I want to spend my life savings on this. I want to abandon all financial responsibility and dump it in